Hi, friends.
Hey, girl.
Welcome back to Her Intentionally, the podcast about choosing to be intentional because thriving does not happen by accident.
Mm-hmm.
I'm your host, Jasmine.
And I'm your host, Keisha.
And today, as you guys can see, we have a whole new setup.
Hey, we in this thing.
Yes,
Yeah.
Season 2.
Mm-hmm.
If you have not checked out Season 1, go ahead and refresh yourself. We had 10 popping episodes that you need to catch up on. And in the last episode, we left off on a journal prompt.
Mm-hmm.
Can you tell us the journal prompt?
The journal prompt was, who has full access to you right now and why? Mm-hmm.
And I feel like I remember it just being so insightful for me. For you?
Definitely.
Yes. And
Definitely.
we hope it was insightful for you guys as well.
Yeah.
But to keep it moving, how are you feeling?
I'm feeling good.
Yeah, me too.
I'm so excited. I'm excited for our new set.
Yes.
This is perfect for the new season. We're just getting into summertime.
Yes.
I love the energy that summer brings.
Okay.
Like out and about.
Yes.
Yeah. How are you feeling?
I feel really good. Like you said, it's summertime.
Mm-hmm.
Summer is not really my favorite season, but it's like a time to be alive. It's like a time to go outside, a time to be social.
That's right.
That's what it's giving.
That's right. Come out of hibernation.
Yes, come out of hibernation. Also, I'm a Cancer, so.
Oh yeah, it's your time.
Yeah. It's Cancer season. It's Cancer season. I'm ready to turn that shit up.
Do you have any birthday plans?
I don't have anything confirmed.
Okay.
Yes. But I have a couple ideas. But honestly, I feel like every year I always be like, oh, I want to do like this big dinner. I want to get everybody together.
Mm-hmm.
And then as it gets closer to the day, it's like, actually, I just want to be by myself.
That's right. Yeah.
So I'm thinking something intimate and like just cute with maybe my bae or something like that. You know, some clothes, a little traveling. I don't know.
I always like for my birthday to do some like combo of like something intimate, like just with me and my man, and then something by myself, and then maybe something like a little more social with a few like girls or something like that, you know?
I usually be like that, but as I'm getting older, it's like to get everybody together is such a task.
Yeah, that's valid. Well, you did mention that it's summertime, and have you figured out your summertime anthem yet?
Girl, my anthem, your anthem, everybody anthem.
I know my anthem is.
It seems like the common anthem has just been spin it.
For sure.
Spin it.
Spin it. It's
Yeah.
I love that song.
Me too.
I love it. It has such a like vibe to it. It feels so like freeing. It feels so like light, but also like motivational and encouraging at the same time.
For sure. Honestly, Carisha did that, and it's like she told everybody when the song came out, like, why? She like, this is the song of the summer. But everyone was like, nah, like we don't like it. And honestly, I don't think I liked it the first couple times I heard it.
You didn't.
No, but then as I started like listening to the spinach. The chorus, like that really just stuck with me.
The more that I listened to the song, it made me feel like there's a larger conversation to have here. Like for sure, okay, like the spin that and the funness and the lightness of that, but I do feel like there's a larger conversation. It always reminds me of like hustle culture and expectations in relationships of men and the roles in relationships of us even as women.
For sure.
So when you think about, as the song reflects on like getting to the bag, right? When you think about getting to the bag, like what does that mean to you?
You know, that's so layered, but for me, I think like getting to the bag, it just gives like boss up. It gives like independent, you know, get your coin, you know, don't let nobody stop your hustle type shit. Like that's what it gives for me. What does it give for you?
Yeah. For me, I would say independence too. I would say like focus, like very tunnel vision, like not allowing your emotions or whatever like situations or scenarios like outside external factors to kind of influence and get in the way of you getting to your money.
Right.
Or maybe it's not even money. Maybe it's like you getting to your purpose.
Yeah, or goals.
Or your passion.
Yeah.
Yes, whatever it is. Like, yeah, I feel like it's like focused energy. That's what I kind of get from it.
Yeah, I agree. Like, wake up.
Yeah.
Like, let's get this shit.
Get
let's
to the
spin
bag.
this shit. Let's
That's right.
Yeah.
But when you think about like getting to the bag, do you feel like there's like pros and cons to that?
For sure. I feel like, I don't know, just the whole conversation around getting to the bag and like social media and stuff, it's almost like always paired with kind of like what this song is talking about. Like, the boosters, like you kind of just like doing whatever you gotta do to like get the bag. Right. I also feel like getting to the bag, it kind of just gives like burnout culture. Like get to the bag at any cost. Like get to the bag, even if you gotta work 3 or 4 jobs. Like get to the bag, even if like you can't focus on nothing else going to your life, but get to the bag.
Right. It's like, because what I do like about the song is that I feel like the song like reaches people wherever they are. Like the ghetto, the hood, the city, it's like it reaches whoever because there's an inspirational message to it. But at the same time, I do feel like it maybe reaffirms like the pressurized version of hustle culture in a sense. And it is like, are we all just constantly hustling so much that we don't even really know how to be still? We don't even know how to rest. And if we are resting, it's like rest feels unproductive to us because we're so used to like going, getting to the bag. You can't stop. There used to be this saying like whenever I was in college, what was it like? No days off.
Oh yeah,
you remember that? Like no days off, no days
off. And I remember at that time, like in college, I had like three jobs, so it did feel like no days off. Like, oh, I got an off day. I need to be working. I need to be doing something to get some money. Wow.
Right.
Wow.
You remember that?
Yes, I do. I remember being tired as hell.
Yeah, I know.
Yeah.
I know. So it's like, to me, it's like, and then after you done work 3, 4, 5 jobs, or you done had the no days off, it's like when you do have a day off, it's like you don't even have the energy or the time to even do the thing that you might have wanted to do.
Yes.
Like whatever the passion was on the side.
Right.
Unless, I guess, of course, like one of the jobs that you're doing is your passion
right.
at the same time. Yeah.
Well, at that time for me, especially like when we were in college, like no, it just wasn't. There wasn't a conversation.
Yeah. Why do you think that? I feel like a lot of the hustle culture or get into the bag mentality plays on the pressure that we feel to look like we're successful before we've even necessarily
gotten to real success.
Yeah, or acquired security, I guess, for ourselves. Like, why do you feel like, or do you even feel like that's a thing?
No, I feel like that's definitely a thing. And I really just hate to keep bringing up social media, but I really feel like social media is where that kind of starts from, because you're seeing everybody's like highlight reel, which everybody's not really showing. Like, let's say a person is working 3 or 4 jobs, right? And they're doing all that to drive a Mercedes and to get like all the Chanel bags, whatever, but you're not seeing what they're having to do to get that money. You just see them living like that. So now you feel like, oh shit, like I'm behind. I need to catch up. I need to be having that too. So I think that's kind of like what you were saying, like making it look like you have something before you even are secure. Even like you might not even have a place to stay, but you're trying to like do all this to get drive a Porsche so that you can post a picture on social media so everybody else can see it.
Right. Do you feel like more of that is prevalent like here in LA?
Yeah.
Do you think it's a regional thing?
No, I don't think it's a regional thing, but I think it's levels to it.
Yeah.
And so here it's like it's real flashy, like it's up there, like it's LA. So I think it's a different ballgame as opposed to like Louisiana.
Right.
You know what I'm saying?
I think too, like I've talked to people who have had that type of mentality, and they said to me, which actually it did kind of shift my thought process a little bit, but they said to me like that people are not going to see your house or see like what's inside of your house. So people are, for the most part, are only going to see what's on the outside of you whenever you're showing up somewhere. So they're going to see the car that you drive, or they're going to see the clothes that you're wearing, or the bag that you're wearing. And especially like working in the industry, like as a makeup artist or a model, someone said to me that they feel like the way that you present yourself tells people what rate they should pay you. Because they feel like, oh, she coming here, she looking like this. And they're going to be like, why she asking for this much money? Like, well, you can pay her this because obviously this is all she needs to afford the lifestyle that she's living. You know what I mean? And I was like, oh, that's a little trickery for you right there. Like, that's some trickery.
Wow.
Right?
Wow, they kind of like this spit me crazy. Wait. But what if this is like my 8th day working in a row, and so maybe I don't have it in me to put a full face of makeup on, and maybe my clothes, it's not like a set, but maybe it's like a dingy, maybe my black is a little dingy. That means that my expertise and my experience is not valued because I'm putting on a dingy shirt.
I think for some people that they do digest it that way, you know. I have to say, like, I used to like go to set and like not really. I'd be like, I'm just working. Like I'm behind the scenes, I'm working. So I didn't like really put a lot into how I showed up to work. But now it's like, okay, even if I don't want to put makeup on, I'm still gonna like do my eyebrows or, you know, make sure my hair looks nice or like, you know, my outfit looks presentable. Like I still want to be presentable because I am representing myself at the same time. And to quote the great Nas, he said, "Stay fly when you bummy. Keep your pajamas Armani." That's what Nas said. That's what Nas said.
Okay.
Yeah. So maybe it's not like you have to be a designer, but I think like the thought process is like just make sure you feel presentable when you go outside. Isn't that crazy though?
No, that's pretty crazy.
Yeah.
I never even thought of it that way, but wow. Aside from social media, I feel like society does sometimes make you feel like, you know, you have to present yourself away, even if, you know, you haven't made it yet. You haven't made it to that point yet.
Right.
So I do want to ask you something.
Okay.
Have you ever bought something, you know, anything, something special or not, just because it made you feel like you had made it?
I feel like, I can't think of like a particular item that I bought because it made me feel like I made it. But what I have done though, I will give money to people.
Okay.
Like I will, what you need over there? You need something today? Like, not that I think that I'm giving it because I feel like I made it, but I'm more like I'm freer to give it because I feel like I have it to do, you know? Like I feel like I have it to do, and I feel like I'm gonna get it back,
like, for sure.
Tenfold. So I feel like, but doing that, I've literally like, I've got money, lost it, got it back again, lost it again, got it back again, and then every time it helps me to realize like, okay, just because you have this amount of money doesn't mean that you like have money to just be and you get it this and you get it that and you get it that. Like it's not that type of situation. Like, when you have like this excess amount of money, you just need to start putting it away. And I've gotten a lot better about like investing the money or putting it to the side. You know what I mean?
Exactly.
Yeah, like things like that. So I definitely do that.
Okay.
Yeah. Well, done that. Yeah, I definitely done that. Now I'm a little bit tighter.
Okay, yeah. Baby, this economy will make you tighter. Okay?
Yeah. And also, like I've done things like take my mom on vacation. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Like if we want to go like to Paris or something, I've done things like that, and those kind of things always make me feel good to do. Yeah. Because I just want to I just like my mama deserves the world. Yeah. You know? So like wherever I can do for my mom, I want to do it.
Exactly. Yeah. No, I think everybody, if you could, you would. You know what I mean? Like everybody. Well, I won't speak for everybody, but most people you would think like once you make it to a certain point or you are financially free, you would then reach back and help out people or like you say, like give your mom experiences that she wouldn't have otherwise. Or I mean she would have, but you want to do that for your mom.
That's right. Yes. Yeah. That's right. Yeah. But I can't think of like a particular item though. But also I don't spend a lot of money on items. Okay. I spend money on like experiences.
I was just about to say that's more of your
vacation, restaurant. We going to a nice restaurant. Like I end up getting as many things on the menu. What you want? Drinks, a section, some bottles. Which is true. Like I like those kind of things. Yeah. No, that's very true. Have you bought something?
Yeah, I'm a buyer. I buy bags. Yeah. But now that I have a child, I am more like, okay, girl, no, you can't be buying them bags or like, you know, it's just more important things where the money should go. Yeah.
What since we talking about getting to the bag and spending that, what kind of bag do you like?
I'm not really fond of my collection. I'm not really fond of my collection right now. Actually, I was just looking at my bags like, wow, I need a new one. But a Chanel-y, if I had to pick and we going to spend it, let's go. Yeah, I want a Chanel-y. Yeah, okay, for sure.
Okay. Do you have like bags that you have your eyes on that you kind of like put in your cart and stuff like that?
Not no more. No. Okay, no. I'm like, no, we're not buying bags. Like, I'm not even window shopping right now. Yeah. I'm just like, no. No. I'm spending that money. I'm looking at things to invest in. Yeah.
Oh, I got some stuff for you then.
Oh.
I got a little. Got a little something for you.
Yeah, that's the kind of talk. That's the talk right there.
Yeah.
Back to the song. Like, the other part of the song, which really grabbed my attention, she was like, spin it, like telling the man, like, spin it, like, take me somewhere and spin it on me. That really caught my attention. What is the difference? Because I've had arguments about this song with men because, you know, they're like, well, I gotta spend that. Why shouldn't I? Why spend that? Why? Like, you know, like they're feeling like some men, because like you said, some of them are really like singing it like it's their anthem. But then the other ones are kind of like, why I gotta spend it? Like, you know, why I gotta trick on you? Basically, like, why is there a whole song about me tricking on you?
Right.
Type situation. So, what is the difference between, I guess, like being with a man because he is a provider and you want to be like, you know, financially secure, as opposed to like, you know, wanting somebody to fund your whole life? Like, what's the difference between it?
Yeah, I feel like first, like, you have to define what providing even means to you. So for me personally, providing is not just like monetary. Providing is like emotional support. It's like spiritual support. It's like, you know, it's all of those different categories of things beyond just like financial. So me personally, if I were dating someone, I would not be looking for someone controversial, perhaps.
They gonna eat you up.
Eat me up, y'all. I would not be looking for somebody to just like fund my whole lifestyle, because I really believe that women should be able to take care of themselves and be financially independent. Now, if you're in a relationship and you have established that connection with your partner, and you guys have established some foundation in the relationship, and he wants to spoil you sometimes or splurge on you sometimes, then I don't see anything wrong with that thing. But it's not necessarily my expectation that a man just spend all of his money. Yeah, that he spend all of his money on me, because I have my own money. Right. I have my own money, but I like nice things. Yeah, I like nice things, and I like someone to like appreciate me and to do nice things. But I just don't go into I wouldn't go into a relationship being like, and he has this amount of money. Yeah. And he has to be willing to buy me a bag and then take me to Turks and Caicos and to do this and that. I can go to Turks and Caicos if I want on my own. But if you'd like to give me a little change while I'm there, cool. You know what I mean? So
perhaps this is like a younger generation thing, because it seems like the YNs are like, well, there's some tricksters. Like they do the tricking thing. And well, of course, like all men of all ages can trick, but I think it's really the YNs, because they're getting this faster money. Like, you know, they're not working hard jobs. They're not working like a lot of careers. Like these people are getting the money any which way they can. You know what I mean? So especially like in Miami, where Carisha is from. So I feel like she kind of, I mean, that's probably what she's seen growing up. Like, you know, her upbringing or whatever. So that's why she can speak to that. But I really feel like all the scamming, so all the scammers, like all the people that's just getting this crazy cash flow of money, women that are dating them are expecting like, oh yeah, I'm about to spend a weekend with him, he about to give me $1,000, like, you know, he about to take me to these fancy restaurants, and we going shopping, like he is about to spend it on me. So I think that's like a younger generation thing that's going on right now.
I don't know if it's just a younger generation thing, because I feel like when I think about like my grandfather's generation that he came in, my grandfather was definitely like a provider. Even like my stepdad, he's definitely a provider, you know. But I think that providing looked a little bit different. Providing was like the basic necessities.
Yes, like, I'm gonna pay the bills.
That's right. It wasn't necessary. And yeah, they're gonna do nice things for you, but it wasn't necessarily like, I need to get you the new Celine bag or the new Chanel bag. Right. Like, you know, it wasn't like those things.
And I feel like that's why maybe like back in the day, those men were more so providers, as opposed to like these guys are just, well, it's giving tricks. Like,
right. Because it's like, perhaps they're providing a lifestyle, but it's like, what else are you getting in that? You know, to me, it's like, okay, if the guy's providing the lifestyle for you, and there's the emotional connection, and there's the spiritual connection, and he really empowers you and supports you, because I do feel like sometimes with that, especially when men have money and there's a power dynamic that is created, and a lot of times I think that what comes along with that is that there's a silence from you, or you're going to behave a certain way, or they get to behave a certain way. Maybe they get to be with multiple women, right? You know, you know, I don't know.
No, that's definitely like seeming like where the conversation usually goes. Like, yeah, he is spending all this money on you, but it's because he got like 3 or 4 of y'all, like, you know, and it does, maybe he is paying for like your salaries, like you said.
But some people don't care about that.
No.
And that's okay. If that is your ministry, there is no judgment from me. There's no judgment from me. That's okay.
Yes.
All I will say is make sure to still have your own
yes,
money. Like
sure.
Don't be like, because he's providing a lifestyle, and then when you're not with him, then you can't still provide the same lifestyle or a quality lifestyle for yourself. Like, please have your own.
Please. And well, that be the thing about little sisters, like y'all, I like the younger girls. It's just like when you see something like that, it's like, so you mean to tell me if this guy don't pay your bills, you're not gonna be able to do it? Like, you're not. If you had an emergency, you can't like get yourself from point A to point B. Like, that is very like,
right.
It's horrible.
Right.
And
right.
it just, I don't know. Little sisters, get it together.
Do you think that financial stability should be a requirement in relationships?
If you both are not financially stable, you shouldn't be trying to get in a relationship.
Right.
But if you're in a relationship, life happens to everybody. Like, anything can happen. Like, people lose their jobs. Like, the economy is crazy. So, like, if you're in a relationship and hard times, you know, fall on y'all, whatever, like, that's one thing. Mm-hmm. That's something completely different as opposed to, like, both not having money and being broke and then getting into a relationship. Like, that's crazy.
Right. Yeah, I definitely think that financial stability should be a requirement in a relationship. But also perhaps it's like, how old are you in the relationship, you know? Because, I mean, I guess if you're like 18, 19, 20, 21, like, I don't really expect people that are that young to be financially stable. You know what I mean?
I agree.
But I guess my question is more like, is it a requirement for the guy that you're with to be financially stable? Or to make the relationship financially stable?
To be financially stable, yes. To make the relationship financially stable, no.
Okay. Yeah.
No.
Okay.
Because
then.
I should be stable, and so if we're both stable, that's gonna make the relationship stable.
Right.
Yeah, but I do expect them to be. If I were to date, I would expect them to be stable before I started dating them.
For sure. I mean, especially for me at this age.
Yeah.
I mean, I'm married, but especially at this age, I feel like, I would only be entertaining someone who was able to bring something to the table like that I brought to the table.
Right.
Yeah. And financial stability can also be credit, guys.
Yes.
That's a part of financial stability.
Yes.
Everybody got a lot of money, but how's this credit?
Okay.
You know?
Exactly.
Too, that's important.
You can have a lot of money and your credit be shit, and you still can't buy nothing. Y'all can't get nothing, really. Again, at this age, getting into a relationship with somebody that's not like stable is just crazy work.
For sure.
For sure. What are y'all doing?
For sure.
Unless it's like something very short term, like.
Yeah,
it don't matter.
Yes, if you're just having fun. Yeah, okay.
But if you're looking to get into like some.
No. Even short term, I don't know.
So, neither one of us are dating right now.
Yeah.
Like, hypothetically.
Right.
If you just met a guy, let's say you're in LA for the weekend, and you meet a guy, and y'all vibing, like, everything is there, but then you find out, like, this guy, he doesn't have a job, or, like, you know, you realize, like, maybe when he go back home, he not going back to a home, you still wouldn't enjoy the weekend with him?
For me, probably not. Highly unlikely. It's highly unlikely, yeah.
Okay.
Yeah. I don't know. I feel like I'm pretty particular about where I spend my energy at. Why you started shaking your head and nodding about particular? Yeah, I'm pretty particular, and especially about like where I spend my energy at. So I don't think that. I would, if I'm gonna be entertaining someone, even if it's a short term thing, like I would still want them to be coming to the table already made up. You know what I mean? Like. Because I just feel like even if you're just doing something fun, it's just a fling. So a lot of times people say, "Oh, it just shut start. It was just fun," and they always turn messy still.
Yeah,
like it gets a little bit more over involved still.
I can get what you're saying with that.
Yeah. Okay,
but me, I think if the vibes were there, the looks and everything, I think I'd hang out with him.
With no job?
But
and no place to stay.
How do I know he ain't got no job? Like, is he okay?
Oh, I'm assuming he told you.
So, all right, maybe he. Okay, the place to stay is crazy. Because no, I'm not gonna talk to you past
where y'all going?
Yeah, the place to stay is crazy. Okay. Even if you have a place to stay here in LA while you visiting, to know that you don't have a place to stay back home, it's like your priorities are up.
Right.
But let's say you don't have a job, I might let that one slide and still hang out with him because you don't have to have a job in this economy to make money. Okay,
well then that's my correction point. Then it's not necessarily a job, but you have to make some type of income. Some kind of way.
Yes. Or if he maybe hasn't had maybe a job or income in like the last few months or whatever, but he got a big savings account or something, like he's good still.
Okay, but are you getting back to getting a job? Or getting some type of way to keep the income?
I don't know, because after the 48 hours, I'm not going to talk to you no more.
Oh, you're not?
No.
Oh, okay, because it's a short term.
Yeah, it's just fun.
Okay.
But if it was a fun thing and I knew you didn't have no house, like, no, we not having no fun. We can't talk. But, yeah, if it's just like you ain't got no job, but you here and it's fun, the vibe, like, yeah, I'm going to hang out with you. And we can spend the weekend together, like, as long as you don't put that on me. Like, nothing you got going on personally on me. While we're hanging out, yeah.
See, I think that would be the thing that I would be a little bit distrustful of. Yes, because like, okay, is that energy going to overflow onto me? Is there going to be expectations of me to pay for things? I don't know, you know.
No,
like, I feel like sometimes, like, I think that sometimes if people don't make decisions well in some areas of their life,
I agree.
And that don't have to be true.
No,
all these qualifiers, but it's like, but it doesn't have to be true. But I feel like perhaps that means that your decision making is not that great. So I don't know if I'm gonna let you just whisk me away somewhere on the weekend, like.
Okay.
And you're not coming to my house.
No, you're not coming to my house. No, you're not coming to my house. But like, we can hang.
And I'm not going to yours.
At his hotel. You can't hang at his hotel?
The hotel, perhaps.
Yeah. We can hang at the hotel.
House? No.
No. House, Airbnb? No.
Yeah.
Hotel, yes.
Okay.
We can go out in the town.
Out in the town. Yeah, okay.
You even got to spend the night.
Yeah, okay.
Yeah, right?
I mean, I don't know. Right for you, I guess.
I think that'd be cool. I'd be down with it, but... Needless to say, back to what we were talking about, like, I don't... If y'all not both financially stable, I don't think the parent, y'all, that should not be on your mind.
Right.
Yeah.
Right. And don't you feel like too, like a lot of this conversation goes back to like what messaging you might have heard or seen growing up around money.
Mm-hmm.
You know, I think that might shape some of your expectations, especially in relationships.
Yeah.
What it looks like for provision or what it looks like for you to even spend your time or energy in a relationship, you know. So I'm curious about what messaging around money you might have seen growing up or heard.
It seems like the older people, they would say like, oh, like they would compare like having a lot of money to like the devil, or like you shouldn't want a lot of money because that's the devil, or like, you know, it's evil, or like, you know, just a bad connotation around it. But the way I grew up, my grandfather, he very much was a provider. Mm-hmm. My grandmother, she didn't work a job. Like, she took care of the home.
Mm-hmm.
So I seen a man be a provider in that way, and so that definitely made me know, like, oh, I want my man to be a provider in that way.
Mm-hmm.
They didn't talk a lot about money, like how much we had, like investments and things like that. It wasn't until, like, you know, we became adults and then my grandmother died that we learned, like, oh, they got all these investment properties and all those things. Like, it just wasn't a thing that they spoke freely about, maybe because we were children at the time.
Right.
But I did feel like having a lot of money, because I've always, like, wanted to have a lot of money and wanted to be rich. Like, I've always, the whole bougie thing, like, yeah, I've always wanted that for myself, even when I was younger. And they just made me feel like having a lot of money meant, like, I had to, like, sell my soul or, like,
mm-hmm.
you know, do something strange.
Yeah.
Yeah. That's
do
what
you still think that now?
No.
Okay.
Hell no. I don't know. I feel like that's just, like, an old people saying. I feel like that's probably wasn't something they actually believed, because y'all had money and investments and things, so how could having a lot of money be, like, of the devil or evil if y'all had a lot of money?
I get it in a sense. It's like more money brings more accesses or power in a sense.
Yeah, power, yeah.
So I guess like the saying is more, to me it's like a metaphor for the ego. Like your ego.
Like don't lose yourself. Like don't.
Yeah, exactly. Like don't lose yourself in it. But I also think that sometimes people say that to kind of cope with maybe where they are in life, or maybe they saw something different for themselves as well, but they didn't necessarily get to this big success thing, you know? So they say that sometimes like to kind of cope with where they are. You know what I mean?
Yeah, I don't like that. It really, especially as a kid, like growing up into something like that, it'll like have you boxed in. It'll make you feel like you need to live boxed in. You know?
Yeah.
But like, what was your experience?
Well, I feel like a common thing is like when you hear people say money don't grow on trees. My mom used to always say that. Or they used to always say like, you got McDonald's money.
Like, what
like ain't no McDonald's money, like stuff like that. So yeah, I mean that subconsciously definitely gave me the messaging that money was like a scarcity, or like, you know, like we were in a state of lack, although we never lived necessarily in a state of lack. So I think like, that's a lot of some of the messaging that I saw, and I really have had to do a lot of unlearning to kind of get out of that mentality and start to like tell myself and really open myself and be receptive to like, I am abundant, money flows freely to me. You know, whatever
money comes to me easily. Like
it comes to me easily. I don't have to chase anything. I'm attracting everything to me. So I've definitely had to do like a lot of those like kind of rewiring in a sense. But I do think that a lot of the messaging that you see growing up around those things affects what your expectations are in relationships. But like I said, my grandfather was a provider. My grandmother worked like early on and didn't work like basically all of my life. She didn't work. So it was like very early on that she worked. And my stepfather was a provider as well, but my mom always had her own money. And my grandmother from a young age always told us like, always have your own money. And in my household, I saw so many like, there was so much flexibility in roles. Like my grandfather worked, or my mom also worked, and my stepfather worked. My stepfather cooked and my mom cooked. They both cleaned. My grandfather cooked and cleaned. My grandmother didn't clean or cook or work.
That's crazy.
Yeah, she didn't do
any of those things. Life.
Yes, I see. Like exactly, she was very well like taken care of, but at the same time, she still was very vocal. Like she still had her voice, you know. Because I feel like in a lot of those situations, like I said, if the man is out working and doing all the things, then a lot of times the woman doesn't really have the voice, and she doesn't have like any power, I guess, in the relationship. But my grandmother still had her voice, still had power. She basically ran and directed the household, you know? Like, so I don't know, I've seen so much flexibility with relationships and with roles. So I think that is definitely what has shaped like my expectations. So I don't expect a man to just spin it all on me. Yes, respect me, value me, appreciate me, support me, empower me, be emotionally in tune with me, financially support me where it makes sense, but I don't expect that you have to pay everything and you have to provide every little thing. Like, in a lot of sense, like the average man maybe does not even make enough money to do all of those things. And especially if you're in a relationship with a black man, because black women are out earning black men statistically, you know what I mean? So it's like you putting all that stress on that man. And you wonder what's the disconnect in a relationship, you know? I digress.
I just feel like, you know, both of us were raised by our grandparents, and things were just so different back in the day. Like, men were different, the way the household was ran was different. Like, you know, it was almost like an honor for a man to be like, I'm a provider, I'm taking care of my family. But I think it just really comes down to, like, us having to, like, redefine like what that means to us, what financial stability means to us in our relationships, like what does wealth mean to us, like what do we want that to mean, you know, for our offsprings, like for our legacy, you know what I mean?
Right. Yeah. What do you feel like that it means to you? Like what does wealth look like for you now?
Wealth for me just looks like now that I have a son, it just looks like legacy, like leaving something behind, actually leaving a lot behind, but just making sure that like my offspring and their conversation around money is different. They're like, just everything is different when it comes to like finances, because I feel like when you're financially free or when you're financially stable, life is different. Like you have a different set of circumstances, you know what I mean? You have a different set of problems. Like things just look so different from a wealth standpoint when you are, financially wealthy, or, you are brought up into a home or a family that is financially
right, because you
wealthy.
have access. Like,
exactly.
The access gives you, like, resources.
Yes.
Yeah. Resources to me could look like time.
Yeah.
You may have some of your time back. You don't have to hustle as much or
exactly.
work so many days or so many hours, so you have time to dream and to do things you're passionate about or spend with the people that you love.
Yes.
Freedom to me is like what wealth looks like to me. Freedom is like one of my highest values. Actually, it's probably my number one value.
Yeah.
Not probably, it is my number one value. I need to feel free, baby.
Yeah.
Like, I need to be able to feel like, I don't know, I have freedom to like be myself in relationships, or if I want to pick up and go to Japan tomorrow, I can pick up and go to Japan. Like, I need to feel free creatively. Like, I need that, especially. So, for me, wealth would look like freedom, time. What else?
That's the bulk of it. Because once you have those things, everything just flows. Yeah.
Do you feel like now that you have a son that your definition of success has changed over the years?
When I was a single-bodied person,
single-bodied person. Sorry. Single-bodied is crazy.
Literally. It was just more like, I was just like career-driven, like, just like the surface level things. But now I have a child, it's like, it's deeper than a career. It's like, what comes after the career? What am I going to do with the career to further the life of me and my child? That's how it changed for me. But how has it changed for you?
Yeah, it has definitely changed for me, especially from when I first moved here to LA. I feel like when I first moved here, it was all about productivity and working more jobs and bigger jobs and making this amount each month, making this amount each month. It was all about like the productivity aspect of things. But for me now, success looks like, am I having like healthy relationships? Are my relationships with my brothers and sisters and my family, my nieces and nephews, are they healthy? My husband, is it quality relationships? Do I feel happy inside? Because I feel like it doesn't matter how much money you make. If you're not happy, the money is not like to me, the money is a cherry on top. To me, money is just a tool for me to be able to use and build the quality of life that I want to have. So yes, quality relationships. Freedom is a high value, like I said. Being playful still, like having that playful spirit and that like kind of childlike energy and youthfulness to myself, like that. All those things feel like what a successful life feels like to me. Definitely money. Yes, I like money. Yes, I love money and money loves me. I do like money, but I don't see money as like the end all be all. Right. I just see it as a tool.
Yeah, but at one point, that's all I was focused on. Like when I was single body, it was just like the money. Yeah. But now it's like, but that's not all. Actually, I was listening to an interview with Will Smith, and he was like, I wish everybody could get what they wanted, so they can realize that that's actually not what they need, and that's not what makes them happy.
Exactly.
He's like, people think that when they get $1 million, like, they're just gonna become this new person. Which you might have a different life, but you're not gonna just change because you got $1 million. You know what I mean? So that was like very profound to me, because I'm like, that is so true. Like, we all think we want what we don't have.
Right.
And most of the times, 9 times out of 10, once we got those things, or if we got those things, you wouldn't even be happy with it.
That's right. Or then you'll still figure out something else to still want.
Exactly.
You know what I mean? Like, you're always going to be like in that state of wanting.
Which makes it feel like it's never really like a destination. Like it's just never like a solid destination to get to. It's always like you're always traveling. Like you're always on to the next.
That's why I think that it doesn't matter like the external things that you get. I think it's like all about the internal things. Like, are you happy?
Yes.
Are you feeling at peace?
Yes.
Do you feel fulfilled?
Yes.
Are you feeling alive?
Right.
Do you feel passion?
Is your soul progressing?
Yeah.
Yeah. The important shit.
Yeah. Are you playful or are you rigid?
Right.
Yeah. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Yeah. For sure. Yeah. I want to ask you something now. Okay. And to you guys as well. If your income was to double tomorrow, what do you feel like would actually change?
That's a good question.
That's a good question.
If it doubled, I think I would just absolutely have no debt at all.
Yeah. That's a good one.
It's not like I would go, I'm going to buy a better car. Like, let's go buy a house. No, I don't think. It would just be eliminating debt completely.
Yep.
And being like really free. And just not having anything hanging over your head. You know what I mean?
Yeah. Like no weight on you. That's valid.
What about you?
When that income doubles.
Okay, when, not if.
Yeah, when the income doubles, I want to just continue to build my investment portfolio.
Yes,
like I just want to continue to build on things that continue to make me money. Where I'm sleeping.
Yes.
Just things where I don't have to like drag my body around the world to make money. Again, money is the tool.
Yes, it is.
Yeah, to all the other things that are values for
sure.
Me. So yeah,
for sure.
You like that? You like that? You like that? Yeah.
That's the kind of talk.
Yeah, a little stock, right? Little ETF.
Yes. It's like people are like splurging on all kinds of things, and it's like, why are you not putting that in a portfolio? Like, why are you not buying things that's gonna give you money back? Like,
that's right.
It's just
buy some land.
Something. Yeah. Something. A little piece of gold. Something.
Yeah, exactly.
Something.
A little minimum.
Yeah. I mean, I feel like this was just such a great conversation. And I feel like we're leaving it on the up and up.
On the up and up.
Yes. So since the conversation went so well, we want to leave you guys with the affirmation. And the affirmation is, I am worthy of a wealthy and meaningful life because you are.
I like that. I like it. And as we wrap up today's conversation, you guys, y'all already know the drill. Don't forget to like, to comment, to subscribe, to hit the notification bell so you don't miss another drop. Thank you for tuning in to another episode of Her Intentionally, and we are out.